Hey, this is Janelle, the relationship coach behind The Successful Invisible. And I want to give another modern dating tip, and I'm really out here to educate all of you who follow my channel as I grow it, to learn the things to look for in relationships or during the courtship phase that are red flags that you didn't know were red flags. So here's another one. Over the past, I would say, a couple weeks, I have heard from a couple of clients, but also I've seen this quite a bit in the Reddit threads. I am kind of a junkie for Reddit. It's awesome because you get a lot of real life, I know some of the stories are fake, but you get a lot of real life examples of things that people are going through in their relationships. And one of the things that I've heard in sessions with clients, but also on the Reddit threads, has to do with someone's partner not respecting their sleep. So the way this usually plays out is it'll be on the weekends. And, my client will not be able to sleep in because her partner won't let her. Usually boyfriend or husband. And on the Reddit threads, it's very similar. Meaning, when he wakes up, he wants her up. Not for any real reason other than he's up. It is a mindset of entitlement. That's one part of it. But the more sinister part of it that people really need to understand why this is a red flag, entitlement's red flag enough, is it's a subtle sign of abuse. It's a subtle abuse tactic. You have to know and understand that sleep deprivation is literally a torture technique used on prisoners of war and things of that nature. Okay? So if you are with someone who doesn't respect your need for sleep, this doesn't just happen in romantic relationships. This can happen in familial relationships. I know people who have grown up in households that were dysfunctional and abusive, even if they weren't physically abusive. You have that parent who does not want you to ever sleep in on the weekends or never wants you to have downtime. That's an abuse tactic. If you are experiencing that with a friend, with a romantic partner, or anyone, it's a subtle abuse tactic. They are trying to gain control over you. So, here is the tip. If you are dealing with someone who doesn't respect your sleep, your need for rest, your need to unplug, and they want you to be up with them or want you to run and come and do the things they want you to do, and it's interfering with your ability to rest, it's a controlling tactic, but it's an abuse tactic. It's a very subtle abuse tactic. And when you really take a step back and look at the people potentially in your life who do this, you may recognize you need to end certain connections or you need to distance yourself at a minimum. But sleep deprivation is a subtle abuse tactic. Don't ignore it. It's not silly. And something often that the person who is intentionally doing this will say is that you're overreacting. You're not overreacting. Sometimes abuse can be very, very subtle, and that's how people are pulled into it. So just be mindful. If you're dealing with anyone who does not respect your need for rest, who doesn't let you rest, especially if you've been through something traumatic. I've seen this on Reddit, not in personal experience with clients, but I've seen this on Reddit a lot when women or new mothers have recently given birth. They seem to have a partner or a husband who, in my opinion, he probably never was good partner or husband, but I digress. And then when she's trying to heal, when her body needs the most rest, this partner is trying to deprive her of that. It's abuse. Don't ignore this. Take inventory and stock of the things that you see, observe in your life with the people you have relationships with. And if anyone consistently always wants to disrupt or tries to deprive you of adequate sleep and rest, it's a subtle sign of abuse.